Hi, Lou. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, you good? Hi.
You can put your hand up to the glass.
Hi. Yep, he's grooming.
So chimps actually groom to form bonds and friendships, so I think this is good for you, Brad.
This is great.
Lou at least accepts you. You'll have to work on everybody else.
Lou, we could just play video games all day together, man. Hi everybody, Brad here, back at Zoo Knoxville for an exciting look at the omnivorous lives of chimpanzees. These guys are so much like us in so many ways: opposable thumbs, social behavior, grooming, but yet they're uniquely them. And while we're here, I want to figure out what they eat, how they train, and I want to learn all about the caretakers behind it all. Let's see what it takes to keep these chimps swinging. But first, let's unpeel a few facts about chimps. Wild chimpanzees only live in Africa. Chimpanzees and humans share 98% of genes. Chimpanzees are one of the 4 types of great apes. The great apes are orangutans, chimpanzees, gorillas, and bonobos. Like people, chimps communicate by embracing, kissing, patting on the back, touching hands, and tickling. But they also groom each other to form bonds and relax. Chimpanzees are endangered. There are between 172 to 300,000 left in the wild. Today we are meeting up with Crystal, one of the great apes' lead keepers. All right, Crystal.
Brad.
Hi. We were in the Great Ape building, and I think you're going to show me a day in your life. So where do we begin? It looks like we have a lot of stuff laid out for extra precautions. Walk me through what all this is.
So we have a special mask for you, an N95.
Okay, so you gotta wear, this mask won't cut it.
It won't cut it, you gotta take it off. It's,
Okay.
I mean, I like the color, but this is just to help prevent any droplets or any transmission from us to them or them to us, because these guys can catch a lot of the same diseases that we can. We also have your outfit for the day.
I feel like we're doing surgery today?
I mean, you can, I'm not going to be, but.
Wait a minute. Should I be concerned about that, or?
They're just saying good morning, you're fine.
Okay, all right. Shirt, pants, mask.
And you got the little shoe bags.
And shoe booties. All right, well, let's see if this stuff fits me. Sorry, I don't know if cameras can come in the bathroom with me. I'll be right back. How do I look? Professional? We'll walk the runway, ready? Follow me. Time for shoe booties. First things first, we gotta clean the chimp's habitat before Crystal and the team can open the exhibit. We're off to the courtyard, and it's time for everyone's favorite part, poop.
So this is the courtyard. We're just gonna take out all of the old enrichment. Okay. We're gonna take up all the old feces, the old food, and then we're gonna put fresh stuff in.
Well, I'm ready to clean. I know they're ready to get in here and play, so you tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
The stuffed animals,
Stuffed
they
animals.
may be hiding.
Okay, cool. What's their favorite spot?
Their favorite spot is probably this pallet right here. They usually like to groom each other, hang out, take naps up there.
Do they all hang out together, or do they are they cliquey? Do they go in their own spots?
For the most part, they hang out together during the day, but at night you can see like where some of them sort of nest together, and then the other ones will go off and do their own thing.
Cool.
So this furniture in here, we try to change it pretty often. It just makes them think about things different ways to get around the courtyard.
Right.
If there's a fight, they can use it to escape. So we try to change it just to keep their minds going.
Where do you guys get this stuff? Do you make it? Is it donated? Is the fire hose? Explain where you get all this stuff.
So it's actually a little bit of both. So the fire hose is donated from local fire departments, and then also from a company called Hose to Habitat.
Okay.
And then all of the stuff that you see, we made. Keepers have made the green barrel thing right there, and then the fire hose hammock right there.
It's pretty great. It's pretty creative.
Do you want to get in there and test it?
Sure I do. No.
So Brad, do you know the difference between a monkey and an ape?
The difference between a monkey and an ape? I don't. Please tell me.
Okay, so apes are going to be larger than monkeys.
Okay.
And then monkeys have tails, and then also the way they walk. So apes knuckle walk like this,
Okay.
and monkeys walk flat on their hands like this.
Apes, monkeys.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, awesome. Crystal, who's came to watch us?
That's Lou.
Hi, Lou.
He's our supervisor for the day.
Oh, he's in charge.
So make sure you get all the hay, Brad, or he'll be upset.
Can I get close? Will you freak out?
I think it'll be okay if you get closer.
Crystal, I'm sure you get this all the time. You might even have like a blanket response to this, but what do you say to people who are always like, oh, they're just like us?
They are and they aren't. These guys are so smart. They share 98% of our DNA, and then, but these guys are so much more powerful than we are. I mean, they're about 8 to 10 times as strong as we are. So that's why they definitely would not make good pets.
Right. Lou, you're so strong. You're so strong. I don't want to arm wrestle you, buddy. Just keep grooming me.
It wouldn't end well for you, Brad. You would lose every time.
Okay, I'll be back, Lou. You're my buddy.
Next, we're sweeping the grounds of the outdoor habitat, looking for more waste and trash, as well as any old food and enrichment. But we're also ensuring all the safety and security measures are up and running and the chimpanzees are in the clear to roam freely.
Watch your head.
Oh, wow. Be careful, you guys, but follow me. Oh, it's huge.
So this is a little over an acre.
Wow. I was not expecting it to be so big.
Yeah.
How often do they come out here?
So they get to have access every day, weather permitting.
Oh, okay. What are we looking for? Poop?
We're looking for poop, enrichment. Oh, see? I almost walked by it. This time of year, it blends in with the leaves.
Poop spotted. We're going to keep on combing the outdoor habitat to make sure everything is clean, safe, and ready for the chimpanzees. And just one last thing before we open up the exhibit, enrichment. Today, it's trees and fruit to help encourage natural foraging behaviors.
I have a treat for you. You're gonna be a muscle man and carrying in some Christmas trees.
I love treats and I have lots of muscles, so check both those boxes. Do a little tree curling.
Do you want to scatter the fruit in there?
Yeah, let me get over here. It's like decorating a Christmas tree all over again. With fruit ornaments. And how much fruit do you put in here?
We just have to have enough for the 3 trees, so.
Let's put a little bit more. That one just fell. And then I think we're good. What do you think?
It looks beautiful.
Okay. I'm slipping in my booties. All right, Crystal, I know that we're putting the fruit in the trees so the animals can forage, and it gives the chimps lots of enrichment. I know we're also putting on a show for the people who are watching them, but that got me thinking, there's a lot of chimps, apes, monkeys in the entertainment industry, in movies. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, it's not a good thing whenever you see like a chimp smiling on a greeting card.
Right.
First of all, whenever they smile, that's a sign of fear. That's not how we normally smile, you know, like, oh, we're happy, hey, nice to see you. That's a sign of fear for them. They're not happy, they're scared. And then also, if it's a juvenile chimp, and you can tell them, because they'll still have the pink on their face and on their hands, that chimp has most likely been taken away from its mother and is not being raised with its counterparts.
Right.
So it's not getting the mental stimulation that it needs from its other chimpanzee friends.
Once they do a movie, once they do a TV show or a greeting card, they can't go back to the wild, right?
Right. And so, I mean, and in the wild, their moms are probably killed to take the baby. So usually they end up at roadside zoos or as pets. And so that's sad because they're growing up alone, and then people usually have to turn them over to a sanctuary or a zoo. It's hard to integrate a chimp that hasn't been around a lot of other chimps with, you know, chimps that have been around chimps their whole life.
What can people do at home to help with chimp conservation?
So a lot of the things that you can do are fairly simple. Like if you see a greeting card with a chimp on it, don't buy it. You can donate to PASA, Pan-African Sanctuary Alliance, so it'll help sanctuaries in Africa and around the world, you know, take care of chimps and other apes as well. And then visit your local zoos, because a lot of zoos are participating in the SAFE program. So there's a chimp SAFE program, so they're just donating money to the conservation of chimps.
So there you have it, guys. So if you at home want to help support the mission here, which is conservation, there's several things you can do. You can donate to PASA. You can not buy those greeting cards with monkeys on it or not see those movies. But one really easy thing to do, go to your local zoo, especially Zoo Knoxville.
Think it's strange we didn't place bananas out for the chimps? Well, their diet is much more rounded than that. Let's pop over to the kitchen to get their next meal ready to go.
All right, time for my favorite part, is making food. Walk me through what you do every day.
So today we're gonna scatter.
Scatter.
So we're just gonna cut all of this up into small enough pieces so that way everybody gets some. Because
So
if you
wait,
cut it,
what does scatter mean? Like, I don't even know. What does that mean?
oh, just like a scatter. So you're gonna go up top and you're gonna throw it down to them. So and it's just gonna be small pieces.
So we're just chopping it up and then literally scattering it.
Yep.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
can do
small
that.
enough.
Totally.
So that way everybody gets some. So in the wild, they're gonna eat a lot of fruits. They're gonna go for like the really ripe fruit.
Right.
Bark, leaves, stems, new growth trees. And then here at Zoo Knoxville, these guys get a lot of fruits, veggies, lettuce, eggplant. For training purposes, they get some stuff that holds a little bit more weight with them, like Skittles for recall training.
Really? They get Skittles?
Not all the time. Every now and then
Okay.
for recall training. Recall training is where if there's an emergency in the exhibit, or if somebody falls in, or anything like that, and we need to get them in here ASAP.
Yep.
We have a cowbell that we will ring, and they will come running in, hopefully, and they will allow us to lock them in the courtyard in the dens, and the reward for that is going to be the Skittles.
Oh, okay.
Would you be locked in for Skittles, Brad?
I'm always locked in for Skittles. You kidding me? That's all I eat all day long. I love that they have their own likes and wants. Can you talk me through the family of chimps that live here?
Yeah, so our chimp troop consists of Daisy. She's our oldest female.
Right.
She was born in '76, we think.
Okay. So right when Star Wars came out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking your word for it, so.
Really came out in '77, but close enough.
So she is sort of our matriarch of the group.
Okay.
She is our oldest. She was our highest ranking female, and then her son George left to go to Dallas and start his own family troop.
Let's talk about the ranks. Like, I want to hear about the family, but what does the rankings like mean? Like, what does it mean for them, and what can they do and not do? And I don't know. Explain the ranks.
So in a chimp troop, they have what's called a hierarchy.
Sure.
And so the leader of the troop is going to be called an alpha male. And he's just the one that's going to make the decisions for the troop. Where they're going to nest for the night, what termite mound they're going to eat at in the wild. And here we have Ripley, who is our alpha. It's sort of, it still isn't a set in stone thing, but Ripley has been our alpha for a while now.
All right, so you got Daisy, Ripley. Daisy Ridley is in Star Wars. See?
Oh, there you go.
So you got.
You're always trying to tie it in.
So you got Daisy, you got Ripley.
We have
Who else?
Jimbo. He's
Jimbo.
our oldest male.
Okay.
You can tell him he has the pink freckles on his face. He was our alpha for a while, but he just wasn't a very confident alpha.
Sure.
And so we brought in Ripley from LA to either be backup or to be alpha. So that's why they're still sort of having a power struggle.
Got you. So it's kind of drama filled.
It's very drama filled.
Really.
So then we have Lou, who you met earlier.
My boy Lou.
He's usually the crowd favorite. He was hand raised, so he tends to identify more with people than with chimps, I think. And then we have Bo, who is our largest female. She is the social butterfly of the group. Her best friends are Jumbo and Binti. Binti is our lowest ranking female. She's our slimmest female. She's the one that likes all the sweet things. And then we have Jumbo. She is our youngest in the troop.
Hi guys. I know. You guys ready? There you go.
Cleaning and feeding. You'd think that's all there is to caring for most animals, but chimpanzees are very intelligent. So we're going to scope out a few other ways the trainers get to bond with them.
It's that time of day where we go painting with chimps. Follow me.
So here we have Bo and Jumbo. Paint, Bobo. Good girl.
Time to paint, guys. What is she drinking?
So this is just the strawberry watermelon, Mio and water.
Nice.
We try to be healthy-ish. Sometimes we do have to add grape juice for new behaviors or high priority behaviors that we're trying.
Oh, good job. She's painting good.
Bo gets into it. Good job. Brad, what do you think about this one?
Oh my gosh, let me look at her masterpiece.
Do we need more on this one? Or
No,
do you
that
think
one's
this
perfect. That one's perfect the way it is.
Okay, we'll start on another one then.
Okay.
She's ready to go.
So Crystal, what does this do for them mentally?
So this just is a way for us to spend time with them, and then it also gives them a way to just sort of express their artistic flares, and then they also know they're going to get a reward at the end. So,
Nice. So it is partly for bonding.
Yeah.
And so the dudes don't usually do this, do they? Just the girls?
The guys do paint. They just tend to be a little more rowdy with the bystanders, so we thought we would save you
Oh,
guys.
okay. I see. You know, we appreciate that.
Head. Good. So what we're doing right now is just a training session. So this is stuff that we do every day. We train every day. And what we train are behaviors that are going to help in their daily husbandry,
Right.
and also their own, for their own specialized care. With some of our males, we may have to do like injection training or blood draws. So that's something that's specialized for them, but they all do basic behaviors like foot, good.
Good, so smart.
Belly, good. Ear, good. So they all have their own behaviors that they do, and this just, like I said, is for their husbandry. And so what that means is that if there's a bad fight and we need to see if somebody has a wound,
Right.
then we can check them and make sure that they're okay. Painting is just something that we do for fun or bonding or for the art auctions that may be happening soon.
All gone.
Crystal and the team have been so amazing today. I've learned so much about chimpanzees. There's so much I didn't realize I didn't know. But I do know that our friends and followers still have a few more questions for the keepers.
So I know the grade A building was expecting a new baby soon, and I know that it didn't actually go as planned. So what our people want to know is, how is Mama Jumbo doing?
So Jumbo's doing well. The troop really supported her during that time. So she gave birth at about 1:30 in the morning on December 22nd. We were taking shifts just so that way we would be here if
Right.
if a troop member were to enter, to mess with her while she was trying to give birth. That way we could separate them if need be. And Caitlin was actually here, and she noticed that as soon as the baby came out, it wasn't moving at all.
That's so sad. Well, how do the troop members support her?
They were just giving her space at first, and then I don't think they actually knew that she had given birth until
Right.
she came back there and, started showing the baby to them, and then they just went to go inspect it, and they actually tried to help her wake up the baby and try to get the baby moving.
Okay. We'll move on to something a little bit more happier, but this does tie in. So Allison wants to know, do they understand what humans are saying? Do they understand human emotions?
I mean, they can definitely like read our emotions, and I mean, just like, you know, our actions for the day. If we have a procedure that's going on and we're all sort of anxious or high stressed or high paced, then they can definitely tell something's going on. They may not shift where we ask them to. They may just sort of give us a hard time because they can tell that we're stressed.
So they pick up your vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Tennessee Trails Photography wants to know, do the chimps sleep separately at night? Or are there certain groups that sleep together?
So the chimps have access to all the indoor areas, so they can choose to sleep wherever they want. Some of them do sleep together, like Bo and Jumbo. Their nests will be in close proximity to one another, but everybody else just kind of scatters out and does their own thing.
Cool. So Brian wants to know, what does it mean when a chimp runs up to the glass, hits it, and runs away?
They're usually just trying to do that to scare you or to get a reaction out of you.
Okay, they want that reaction.
Yeah, they love reactions, especially Lou.
Gotcha. All right, last question. Do chimps ever get the zoomies or get hyper in silly moods?
They do. So like Lou especially, he'll love to play like at the end of the day when we're closing. He'll want us to play chase with him, where he'll just run back and forth and he wants us to run with him. Or like Bo will sometimes play with Jumbo, or they'll just play with each other. They're silly just like people.
Well, there you go. Chimps are playful just like people. Crystal, thank you so much for showing me around today and taking me through a day in the life of you during the zoo.
Well, thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed it.
It was a blast. Guys, I hope you had as much fun as I did today learning about these amazing creatures like Lou here. Guys, do me a favor, like, subscribe, leave comments on what animals you want us to talk about next on The Wildlife.